Cape Coral police say it all started when a man came to pick up his kids on Southeast 12th Street.
Well, we heard the pop of the gun. We looked out there and you could see she was laying on the ground and her parents were, oh my God.
Neighbor Rich McCleary says he saw the man drive off in the black SUV.
My neighbor that called me said, hey, he's in the canal, he himself. That's a shot.
On Wednesday morning in Cape Coral, Florida, a mother was preparing for her children to get picked up by their father from her home in the 1700 block of Southeast 12th Street. The two parents, who had separated not long ago, shared a young son and a young daughter. On March 20th, 2024, 34-year-old D'Angelo Gilliam pulled up to 34-year-old Tiffani Starkey's house, and the pair exchanged the children after 9 a.m. that day. However, in a tragic turn of events, D'Angelo not only got the children, but allegedly decided to take the life of Tiffani, leaving her unalived in the street next to the mailbox. Tiffani Starkey was an extremely accomplished woman who worked hard to get all the things she had in life. Not only was she a mother to a son who was currently 3 and a daughter who was 1, she was determined to make a difference in the community as well. Tiffani was the co-president of the Southwest Florida chapter of FABA, which is the Florida Association for Behavior Analysts. The organization is a nonprofit organization that promotes the advancement of ethical, humane, and effective application of behavioral principles in all segments of society, including education, business, rehabilitation facilities, and government for young people with autism and disabilities. She was proud to be a Black scientist and of her 5 degrees that she had obtained. First getting her associates in allied health, plus a bachelor's in psychology and forensics biology, then a master's in special education and applied behavioral analyst. Tiffani met her children's father, D'Angelo, many years back, and the pair dated for 7 years before splitting up. D'Angelo was an Army veteran that served in the Afghanistan Army, and that is also where he met his now ex-wife. He was married for about 6 years and had 2 older children with his ex-wife, Mercedes Gilliam. According to her, he was a good father, and the two shared time with the 2 kids. Well, just like Mercedes, Tiffani also believed he was a good father, so they were sharing time with their 2 kids as well. Now, according to Tiffani's sister, before the pair had split, there were some things that D'Angelo was dealing with in the last year. In 2023, D'Angelo allegedly thought his life was over and was in and out of hospitals, but doctors said nothing was wrong with him allegedly. However, something major was going on because D'Angelo would ultimately commit the unthinkable. On that fateful day when D'Angelo went to Tiffani's house and sadly took her life, he not only left her in the street shot multiple times, but he also did it right in front of her too, plus the neighbors. Police then reported that he drove off with the children and later dropped them off to nearby firefighters a few blocks away. Authorities were already notified after what he did to Tiffani, and when they located D'Angelo, he was allegedly trying to take his own life. According to authorities, they tried to talk him down, but he shot himself anyway behind the wheel of his car. The SUV then rolled into a nearby canal and became submerged in the water. An officer was said to have jumped in the water to try to save D'Angelo, but he was already gone. A dive team was brought in to pull him out of the water, and the vehicle was brought up as well. Furthermore, Tiffani was rushed to a local hospital after she was shot, where she sadly was pronounced unalive.
Well, a man who lives in this home says he actually saw the SUV sitting on the edge of the water. He was about to go over and ask what was going on, but he had to leave for an appointment. When he got back, this whole area was swarmed with law enforcement.
We saw them pull the car out and remove the and all that.
Philip and Sally Breakey were curious when they noticed a black SUV next to their home by the canal.
I started to walk over to see who it was or what was going to happen, what was going on, but I looked at my watch and I need to get the dog for grooming.
Breakey tells me the last thing he expected to see when he got back was police lining his street.
I'm kind of glad that I did not go over there and speak to him because evidently he was alive and had just killed his girlfriend.
Neighbor Rich McCleary says he saw the man drive off in the black SUV. CCPD tells us he gave the kids to firefighters before driving off and shooting himself. The SUV then rolled into the canal.
My neighbor that called me said, hey, he's in the canal, he himself. That's a shock.
One of the officers tried to jump into the water, but at that point he was already confirmed deceased.
As Breaky watched CCPD pull the car out of the canal behind his home, his mind raced, wondering if he could have been shot too if he walked up to the car.
I don't think that we've let that hit us yet.
Now CCPD says the two kids are safe with family in the neighborhood.
I feel so bad for these two children.
A day after the tragedy played out in the street of Cape Coral, some are wondering whether mental health played a role in the crime taking place. Mercedes Gilliam, the ex-wife, spoke exclusively with Cape Coral news reporter about her ex-husband. Mercedes would state no matter what may have been going on in D'Angelo's mind, she did not condone his actions, and she recognizes that another life was lost, but she insists he was a good father.
Then I've learned more information not only about the victim, but also about the shooter, a man whose ex-wife says the actions of her husband do not exemplify the man she knew. From the depths of this Cape Coral canal, we're learning more about 34-year-old D'Angelo Gilliam, the man whose car rolled into the water after investigators say he shot himself in the front seat, but not before shooting a girlfriend Tiffani Starkey while exchanging their two children.
I don't know why. I just don't want him to be painted like a monster.
Speaking exclusively with Fox 4, Mercedes Gilliam, who is the ex-wife of D'Angelo Gilliam, says that D'Angelo was an Afghanistan Army veteran. It's where they met, which led them to being married for 6 years and having 2 kids of their own.
We always wonder why, but I don't think I'll ever have an answer for why he did it, why he did what he did. So just trying to figure out how to move forward with the kids.
D'Angelo leaving behind their 2 children, along with 2 other children that he shared with Tiffani Starkey.
He would have never hurt any of his kids. So I know that's the reason why he dropped them off.
First responders say they believe D'Angelo Gilliam was suffering from some type of a mental issue.
He went to Afghanistan. He had some mental health problems, I guess.
But no matter what may have been going on in D'Angelo's mind, his ex-wife Mercedes says if he was anything, he was a good father.
Just being a dad, being there. I don't think I ever really gave him his props. And I wish I could at least let him know, you did good.
His damaging actions have left 2 children motherless and 4 kids fatherless, plus a world of hurt for many others. Upon receiving the news about Tiffani losing her life, her job wrote, "It is with a heavy heart that we announce the passing of Tiffani Starkey." Tiffani served as the co-president of the Southwest Florida chapter of FABA and was a great behavior analyst with a deep passion for our field. She was not only a friend, but also a mentor to many within our community. Tiff's infectious smile brightened every room she entered, and her presence will be deeply missed by all who had the privilege of knowing her. Our heartfelt condolences go out to her family and children during this difficult time. Tiffani's legacy and the positive impact she made in the lives of countless children will continue to live on through the work she has done. Please keep Tiffani, her family, and loved ones in your thoughts and prayers as we remember and honor her contribution to our field. As you can see, she was a phenomenal woman with so much to give and offer her community. She worked hard to achieve high levels of education, and she did not deserve to lose her life in such a way. My thoughts and prayers are with her entire family, friends, and loved ones. Another beautiful soul gone too soon for a crime that could have been avoided. So please don't forget to comment your thoughts and prayers for this family in their much difficult time, and hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.